Hello and welcome back to the Spotlight. We just had a great interview with Brendan Seawin. Really cool guy. I really appreciate him coming out here. But now, as promised, making her TV Warren debut, we've got Becca Friedman.
Hi, I'm Becca, and I'm here with The Word. Conan O'Brien is returning to late night TV this November on TBS. He will be on before George Lopez. Tune in this fall for a new night in comedy. Last week, Kevin Smith, writer and director of movies like Mallrats and Dogma, announced that he will be filming his next movie in Detroit beginning this summer. The movie, Hit Somebody, is about the great sport of hockey in the 70s. Rumor has it he'll be partnering up with Mitch Albom to work on this film. Another movie that plans to come to our area this summer is another sequel to Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. They have not yet announced where they plan to film, but hopefully we'll get a chance to meet up with them later this summer. In other news, the iPad came out recently. This giant version of the iPod Touch has all the capabilities of an iPod, netbook, and Kindle. The price starts at $4.99 and is about the size of a magazine. It only weighs about 1.5 pounds. My question is, where am I supposed to store it while on the go? Apple claims that it is going to take the place of newspapers, books, and magazines. It doesn't take up any less space. And if I throw a book in my backpack, I won't have to worry about a touchscreen breaking. Not to mention the spare $500 I don't have in my back pocket. This invention might be good for some people, but for now, I'll just stick with having my phone in my pocket and my MacBook for when I need to surf the web and watch movies. Speaking of movies, our top picks for new releases in theaters are Date Night, starring Steve Carell and Tina Fey, rated PG-13, currently showing in theaters everywhere. The Runaways, starring Dakota Fanning and Kristen Stewart, rated R, currently showing in select theaters. The Losers, starring everyone's favorite ghost from Grey's Anatomy, Denny, also known as Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It's rated PG-13 and it opens everywhere April 23rd. And finally, Death at a Funeral, with the all-star cast of Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence, Tracy Morgan, and Danny Glover, rated R and opens everywhere April 16th. Now, we didn't get a chance to see all of these movies yet, but they are the ones that we're looking forward to. However, we did get a chance to go to the Detroit premiere of The Runaways. We also got a chance to meet up with the inspiration for the movie, Cherie Curry. Cherie was in the Metro Detroit area for the premiere of her movie and a book signing of her recently re-released book, Neon Angel. We got a chance to sit down with the original singer from The Runaways and have a chat about her life as a teen celebrity and how she has learned and grown from her experiences. Here's what she had to say.
Well, they took a lot of creative liberties.
Right.
You know, there's some things that, I mean, first of all, I mean, our record deal happened before we ever went on the road.
Yeah.
I won a damn talent show. And the corset was something that I found before we went on tour. So that wasn't in Japan. So there's a couple of things here and there that, you know, isn't absolutely accurate, but it definitely scratches the surface of what the band went through and what it was like.
Yeah. It seems like when they go over to Japan, they seem a lot more famous there than here, and that's what it kind of seemed like in the movie. Was that a big shock to you, the difference between here and there?
It really was, because, yeah, it was Beatlemania. It was like nothing we ever expected.
Right.
It's like me walking in the room and you guys just make me so happy. It's like I'm walking out of Japan. Oh, here I am.
Do you ever regret, like, quitting the band ever, or, like, do you wish you'd done anything differently, I guess?
No, because I think had I really regretted it, I would have tried to go back. I was waiting for them, and they were waiting for me, and we just had lost communication. It was time for us to take a break. And it just, then they ended up disbanding a couple of years later, and I was doing movies at the time, and, you know, I missed them every day. I didn't listen to the Runaways music for 20 years. That's how much it hurt me to go back there, because I really loved them. But here we are 35 years later, and that just all goes bye-bye. Anything bad goes, see ya.
We'd like to thank Cherie for taking the time to talk with us. The movie is in theaters now, but keep in mind, even though the popular teen actresses Dakota Fanning and Kristen Stewart are in it, the movie is rated R, and it's best for mature audiences. However, if you do like rock and roll movies, you should check it out. Keep an eye out this summer for Cherie on tour with her guitarist son. That's all for The Word. Nick, back to you.
Becca Friedman, ladies and gentlemen. Becca Friedman. That was her first time ever on camera, and she did an awesome job. Becca, it wasn't that bad, was it? Come on, honestly.
It's a little nerve-wracking.
A little nerve-wracking. You did fine. You're going to be fine. We're going to have a lot more from Becca, I promise you. But earlier on in the buzz, you noticed that we went to opening day. And, you know, we had a lot of fun over there. We met some very interesting people, to say the least. And let's just say we allowed somebody we met 15 seconds to do whatever it was they wanted. This is what they chose to do. Yeah, a lot of people don't know the meaning of 15 seconds. He went on for several more seconds, to say the least, but I was actually a little bit inspired by this, and I think I'm going to actually use those moves a little bit, Becca. What do you think?
I think you definitely should.
What do you think of the little... Is that?
It's perfect.
Perfect? All right. Well, enough about me. Coming up, we got the Replicas. They are a great band. They're local. They will be playing their song, Lies. Ladies and gentlemen, Replicas.